Hello everyone and welcome to Cali, Colombia. Today we're going to talk about dating in Colombia. I'm not talking about monger. That's a whole nother situation that I don't do and I don't recommend coming to Colombia for that. In fact, it's more dangerous for you. Bad things can happen. But if you are looking for a serious relationship, there is a specific algorithm that I feel is very successful and a lot of Colombian men use when they want to find a serious girl. When I say a serious girl, somebody for long-term, possible marriage, a long-term relationship, relación plazo. You meet a girl, you talk to her, you exchange a number. The first time you don't take her out to this big expensive restaurant and start laying money all over the place. That's good if you want to close every deal that you sit down with. But it's not good if you want to find a good girl. Because what's going to happen is you're going to close every deal and you're going to be caught up with every girl you get in contact with. And if you don't mind having a high body count, that's fine. I'm not looking for that. Especially at my age, at 18, men act a little differently. But as an adult, and you're looking for something long term, you want to be a little bit more. Gracias. Gracias, muy amable. Y ese también, por favor. Gracias, muy amable. Gracias. Sí, venía, es venía.
¿Ah, venía?
Sí, sí. Gracias. Y, where was I? So let's say, here's what a lot of my Colombian friends do to find a nice girl. They talk, they exchange numbers, they begin communicating through text. They talk a little on the phone, and then they set up a small daytime friendship-style date, something cheap. They meet on the street somewhere near her work at lunch. You get them something cheap. I'm talking about 4,000 an arepa for 4,000 pesos in a jugo, a limonada. It's like $2. You'll be into it for about $2 altogether. You sit down, you talk to them, you see if you have that extra connection. It would be the second time meeting with them. If they're willing to sit down with you and talk to you when it's something that's really economic, that means they want to see you. They're not into it for a big meal. Because a lot of people in this area don't have the money to go to a fancy restaurant, so they might go out with you just to be at the fancy restaurant. And you're trying to avoid that. With that being said, you taking somebody out to a fancy restaurant who typically isn't interested in you might also lead you in the bedroom, but that's another story, and that's not what this topic is about. This is not about closing, this is about finding quality. So, back to the arepa con queso y jugo natural. You take her out for arepa con queso, something in the street. You sit down in the plastic chairs, you shoot the breeze for a little while, then she heads back. That's her lunch. You send her back. If she does that, then the second time maybe you take her out for dinner. 30,000 pesos, 40,000 pesos for a plate. What are you into that for? $8. That's not bad. Now you're that's the third time you visit her. Second date, now you're moving in the right direction. You can start to begin to say, hey, what do you want to do from here? And if you move in the direction of relationship, then you can start to take it to a nicer restaurant. But you want to be as careful as good girls are with their private parts, but you want to be that careful with your money. That's how I feel, and that's how a good Colombian guy thinks. Hey, I got to protect my money, and a good girl has to protect the panocha. And this is pretty much how we do it. This is how the good people do it. I'm not talking about the wild people. The wild people, you take them out, you guys go out to an expensive restaurant, you throw drinks around, and, the deal gets closed. That's not what we're talking about here. Finding a good girl. This is a great algorithm to follow to find a good girl. This is my 2 cents. Chauito.